You're plugged into the Beat Sessions. I am your host, Mitchell Weary. We are talking about Jack Harlow, who dropped his debut LP, That's What They All Say, on December 11th. If you're not familiar with the 22-year-old Louisville, Kentucky native, he's been around for almost a decade, actually. He's been releasing mixtapes since he was 15 years old, and all that hard work finally paid off in January of this year when he released What's Poppin'. Now, I admittedly didn't hear the song until it came out in June. He re-released it with DaBaby, Tory Lanez, and Lil Wayne, and I think that remix is fire. I love the track, and I really have been anticipating this record since I've heard that in the summer. He gave us a little taste of what was to come, though, in October when he released Tyler Hero after his favorite basketball player. And then 2 days before the album came out, he released Way Out with Big Sean, which is one of my favorite tracks. We'll get to some of the other tracks on the record in a moment. But overall, this record is good. It is a solid debut. I would encourage you to check it out. I really like Jack's ability to just write a beat, and technically he's sick. He's got awesome old school sensibilities. He even in the first track says, "They love it when I rap and I don't even need a chorus." It really reminds me of what Nas did on Illmatic. Now, I'm not going to compare this record to it because it's nowhere near what Illmatic is, obviously, but you definitely get the vibe that Jack Harlow has listened to that album a time or two before. Now, the other thing I like about him is that he really balances his maturity with this playful confidence that he would obviously have as a 22-year-old that is blown up in the last year. Now, you really see some of that maturity in songs like Face of My City, where he takes on that role of basically being the face of Louisville rap. But that's a dope track featuring Lil Baby. It's got this deep bass. Drummer just tickles the hi-hat throughout it. I was really impressed by that track. And, you know, some of that maturity is displayed in songs like Funny Seeing You Here. There's a great lyric that says, "Please excuse me, I know these are heavy thoughts. A man's greed can't see the things that he's already got." I think that's pretty insightful stuff from a 22-year-old. Keep It Light is another cool track where he, talks about, just trying to downplay his fame and keep it normal, hanging out with some of those people that he grew up with. This is a fun, just party album, I guess, and like I said, it's a good effort. It's nothing groundbreaking, but I really, again, appreciate the old school sensibilities. Some of the beats are reminiscent of some of the stuff that I was listening to during high school. I graduated in '02, so I think like Nelly or Ja Rule or maybe even like Big Pun or Fat Joe, some of that stuff. And so it's, like there was a little bit of a nostalgia trip listening to some of these tracks for me. I really dug that. Some weak moments on the record. Chris Brown, not a big fan of the dude, kind of a douchebag, and what he does lyrically doesn't bring a whole lot to the track that he's on. Not really a big fan of Tory Lanez being featured. However, they dropped that remix before all that nonsense went down, so we can forgive him for that. But dude, Jack Harlow, you're a bright, talented young kid. Stay away from those douchebags. They're going to get you in trouble. Stay focused. The other weak point, Adam Levine. I'm really just over that dude. He sounds like he's had a sinus infection for like 25 years, and all you get on his track is just this nasally drone. Despite it being a good track still, Levine doesn't add anything to it, and honestly, I think the track would be better without him. The one other highlight that I did want to point out is a track called Love Is Dro featuring Static Major and Bryson Tiller. Really awesome song as well that I gave, thought I gave the album a nice complete touch. But what I will say about this record is that Jack Harlow shows a lot of potential, and I'm really excited for it. I'm going to give it a vinyl pass right off the bat because I'm going to need to see him display some more over the coming years, but I'm excited to see him do that. I think he has the potential to, and I think if I had to bet that he would deliver. This has been the Beat Sessions. Please subscribe to my channel, crush that like button below me, help me blow this project up, and I will see you next time.